One of the ways I really like to support all of my clients is through yoga. And yoga has so many aspects to it. It can be a journey into the mind and meditation, a journey of song and sound through mantra, a journey for the body of strength and alignment, of uncovering patterns, and especially of getting an awareness of self and more familiar with what's going on in your own body. In my day-to-day practice, I like to especially help even out some of the energies between the masculine and the feminine that we experience in our day-to-day lives. We often have a lot of drive and ambition and a huge to-do list. And so what I like to do is give you a few minutes out of your day that can remove you from that and can really affect the entire mind, body, and soul connection. One of those tools in my toolkit using yoga is some restorative practice. Now, whether you turn up for a restorative yoga practice or a regular yoga practice, there's a few things you might see. These are traditional yoga blocks, which are a design for help accessing all poses and are especially useful in a restorative pose. In this case, I'm going to set them up into a T for the next prop that I want to show you, which is a bolster. Bolsters are excellent for sitting on for long periods of time, like meditation or listening to instruction. They act as an incredible support for restorative poses, and they're kind of cool to have around as a living room prop. You can store one under your desk for quick ease and access at work, and just using one of these can change everything by using it every day. We're going to show you one of my favorite poses that really gets into the mind, body, and soul. It will go on the blocks for support. Now, I just want to show you a few other things that are often around in a yoga class. This is a yoga strap, which can be used for stretching. It can be used for helping you find breath in your body, and it can also be used to help muscles release and to help with alignment. An eye pillow is more than just a cool luxury. It actually helps relieve stress by accessing the vagus nerve. We have a referral point between our eyebrows, and by pushing weight with the weight of the eye pillow, we access rest and relaxation. And lastly, I'm using it under my knees right now, which is one of the best uses for a blanket in a yoga practice to protect your knees when kneeling, but it also adds weight onto the body when in a relaxation pose. And these things can help us get out of fight or flight and into rest and digest. And once we're in rest and digest, our creative processes flow, we're able to think more clearly, we are able to breathe deeper, we are then able to access things like digestion and even begin healing the stomach lining. So much can happen just in one of these poses. I've got a beautiful soul here willing to let me demonstrate with her body what a restorative pose would look like. So if I could ask you to just slide back so that your tailbone comes right up against the base of the bolster. And we're going to try to line the bolster up with the center of the spine so that her head rests at the top of the bolster. Come on back nice and slow. Beautiful. This pose has many variations with the legs. For today, we're going to keep the knees bent, but I could put another bolster under her knees. I could have her butterfly and her feet open and support both knees on either side. The imagination is key to having a lot of fun finding where you can rest and relax and digest your best. We're going to put the eye pillow on just to further that relaxation response. And speaking of the soul, I have a whole lineup of crystals here. Now, crystals are an awesome way to access different parts of the energetic body. In theory, we have a bunch of chakras or an entire energy field around us. This belief comes heavily from the East, where we start with chakras at the bottom that work up in a line. We have some in our hands, some in our feet, and there's various ways that we can work with them. Although they're energetic, there is the belief, much like in acupressure or acupuncture, that these energy centers connect us to different parts of the physical body. Working with these crystals can help access those physical points of the body. Now, for example, I'm going to pick amethyst for today. Amethyst is a common crystal, actually found right here in Ontario, and I'm going to work with it for the purposes of meditation, or for the purposes of the third eye or the crown chakra. And in this instance, I'm going to put it just underneath her eye pillow on her third eye chakra. This is one way to deepen the relaxation response and a way to connect deeper with the earth, because crystals are from the earth. Once in this pose, Michelle could begin working on breath practices, but one of the biggest things that's happening here is the opening up of the chest. When we're working on our desks or on our phones, when we're carrying a heavy burden in life, when we've had big events or trauma or heartbreak, our shoulders roll in to protect. Pausing throughout the day into this pose, once a week even, opening back up allows us to be open to receive joy. Now we could go a little bit further from here and we could include Reiki. Stay tuned, we'll tell you a bit about what Reiki is. Do you want to stay in that pose and I can do